And here's the other thing, and if the other team, the other part of bunting is defensing the bunt, and make no mistake about it, if the other team cannot defend you, if I'm the offensive team and I know that you can't defend against the bunt, you're just not good at it. Your third baseman is always too far back. Your third baseman gets too excited, throws the ball over everybody's head. You're in a whole lot of trouble.
Yeah. Me personally, I like my corners up far, halfway down the line.
Yeah.
John, we do have a message up, and they'd like to know if they have a 12 or 13-year-old daughter who's never played, what do they do?
Well, I think
that's a little old for some of the kids who start when they're 7, 8, and 9, but they're just starting to play.
Yeah, they're first coming. I can
Travel
tell you.
Well,
they want to play softball.
Yeah. I mean, in the recreation.
And that's from
league,
Chris.
In my experience, and I'm sure in Rob's experience, there's a ton of girls that come out at all ages.
Absolutely.
How about even high school kids are walking on as freshmen? I want to play softball, and wow, where were you?
Well, I would suggest obviously you start off in a recreational program.
Sure.
To get your feet wet. I wouldn't say jump in and go try out for a travel team because it's a different world out there.
Right.
It really is. It's just 12 years old. It's very competitive in travel. I would say get into a recreational program and learn the fundamentals. If you really like it, there's clinics everywhere.
Right.
I mean, by the way, Thompson River Girls Softball has their clinic every year, and again this year we'll be doing it sometime in April. Mm-hmm. And actually Michelle Neville will be coaching that clinic.
And he's mentioned Michelle. I've mentioned Michelle in the past. Michelle is a former Division I coach. I just could spend a whole lot of time with all the accolades from Michelle. She still holds double digits in NCAA hitting records. And she's just a phenomenal communicator to the players in her teaching ability. So, and she's going to be part of helping us make a video that we'll be able to have some tips and clips as the season moves on, and hopefully we'll get high ratings and lots of sponsors. Oh, sponsors! By the way, we have one, so I'll mention it in a little bit. But she's going to be coaching, or does she do it herself? And then plus Michelle and Debbie Schwartz, the coach of High School East,
they have clinics every year.
They have a summer clinic.
Yes, in the summertime, which is very popular around town. They've been doing it for years.
25, 30 probably.
Yeah, my kids go every year. It's fun. They like it. They enjoy it.
Yeah,
it's good. They cover everything from the pitching, the hitting, the fielding,
right,
to the basics. I mean, the 8 years old to 16, 17.
I'm with Rob 100% on this. You can be sure, if you've never played before, it doesn't matter how old you are. Go register. Go play. Please do not be intimidated. You're going to have some school chums that you met there. You're going to. The one thing I can tell you is that girls make friends fast on the teams. And the good part is they get to make lots of friends because there's lots of teams and they go to the next division. And if you're a really super good player, you'll get picked out very quickly by a travel team coach that would like you to try out for their team. But putting that aside, please go play the game, enjoy it. I've said it before, and I know that Rob has a second job. Just so that he can buy ice cream for the girls after the games. And by the way, he commits to win or lose to buy ice cream every game this year to his teams.
Can I play?
Sure, now everybody wants to play.
We should talk about our new sponsor.
Yes, we have a new sponsor, and it's Coach John likes to eat out. So there's a lot of places I go to eat, and as I get each one of those guys to sponsor our show, because it is expensive to do, we're going to blatantly, often recommend them. And our first sponsor is right down the street in the Kisslin's parking lot, Mia's Restaurant, and Rich, the owner. It's a phenomenal atmosphere. They're great people. The servers are absolutely great. And I'm telling you, they pay attention to everything that you're doing. I think that Rick told me I can do 15-second spots so I've decided to do 15-second spots, but I just want to do a lot of them in a row.
Longer tonight.
I just want to do a lot of them in a row. I'm going to tell you that it's one of my top spots in town, and this is going to blow you away a little bit. And you'll start to believe me after I tell you the different places that you can go. But it's a top spot for filet mignon. It's absolutely delicious. And they also, Rich's mom has a special mom's clams casino. They're with oregano.
Right.
They're absolutely a little spicy. They're absolutely delicious. And I think at the next show, I'm going to give you a complete dinner to give a try there. And I've tried everything, but I always come back to the fillets. And my daughters go, and my daughter always they love filet. One of them, Christine, and she goes time and again, and she brings all her friends, and I bring all my friends. So for now, it's Mia's on Route 37 in Toms River. Do you actually have the banner yet?
It's on the screen, and we have big news there because on April 13th.
Aha.
That's a Tuesday night. You might want to make reservations because TomsRiver.tv will be live at Mia with Kenny and Vinny.
Kenny and Vinny.
Which is a very popular show.
Very popular show, and they're going to have a great time there. I'll tell you that Mia's on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday nights have entertainment. The entertainment is really great. It's a jazz player. I shouldn't say that. There's a guy that plays all like popular tunes, the standards, and he does that on Saturday night. And I'm drawing a blank on the fella that plays on Thursdays and Fridays, but I'm going to tell you that if you're a student from the 60s and the 70s and the 80s and the 90s and relevant today, he plays all of those songs very smooth. He's got a great voice, and you're going to absolutely love it because it doesn't interfere with the dinner. So that's Mia's on Route 37 in the Kissland Shopping Center. See Rich. Tell him Coach John sent you, and he should give you something. More than just his company, I hope. But I just hooked him big time, didn't I? So Mia's. So is there? You know what? Is anybody? Anything else you want to cover? I mean, we kind of burned a pretty good show.
Yep, we're out of time. Yeah.
And we're about out of time. And if anything comes up and you have any questions, you can ask those questions through the webpage as well, right?
Right, yes.
So feel free to get to that webpage, and that was Toms River
girlssoftball.org.
And
click on handouts. It'll bring you right to the registration. Download it, and we have a P.O. box. You can mail it. Or, like I said, you can come in person.
So I encouraged everyone, don't sit on the fence. It's great for the younger kids. The parents get to sit and watch. It's a great summer pastime. And for the older kids, it gets them out there to do stuff. We didn't have time tonight, but the next show we'll give you an update on the Toms River Girls Softball League, what's going to be known as Softball Park, the home of the Toms River Girls Softball League. They'll have their own complex, and a lot of kids will get to play in one location, and parents will be able to watch them in one location. It'll be pretty cool. It's off of Whitty. It's off of North Bay.
North Bay and Whitty.
And Whitty. So it's a great thing. We'll talk to everybody again, and we think we're going to be back in 2 weeks again, two Thursdays from now. And until then, I ask everyone, leave the game to the kids. Have a good day. See you next time. Oh, we got a wave.